In this video, we're going to talk about the oil and gas leasing process for BLM Colorado. The Bureau of Land Management is responsible for leasing onshore federal oil and gas resources throughout the country. In Colorado, about 3.8 million acres are leased by the BLM for oil and natural gas. Before the BLM can issue a lease, there are several steps we take to make sure that leasing does not interfere with other resources. Every acre the BLM manages in Colorado is carefully analyzed in what's called a resource management plan. These plans are created with help from the public to guide and designate where and under what conditions oil and gas development can occur. As a result, the BLM may preclude development during winter months to protect wildlife habitat. Almost every area that is leased requires a cultural and wildlife survey.
My name is Rebecca Baca. I'm a land law examiner at the BLM Colorado State Office. I work in the oil and gas leasing group, primarily in pre-leasing.
Before leasing begins, the BLM receives an expression of interest. EOIs are submitted by the public or industry and include where the parcel is located with an interest to lease the area. EOIs are posted on the BLM Colorado website.
At that time, we receive them. They're processed here in our office, and they're loaded into our lease sale system and scanned in and made available onto our website. So one of the first steps of the NEPA process is the 30-day scoping. That's when we first release the parcels to the public. We send a courtesy letter to the private surface owners letting them know that their lands may be coming up on a lease sale so that they're fully informed of the process and can give their feedback. We also want to hear from the public, any concerns they might have, to start this initial documentation. Our typical stipulations you'll see on a lease are cultural, paleontological, air quality, timing limitations for wintering habitats, or controlled surface use. So once scoping's finished, the BLM field office resource staff will compile all the documents, all the comments that they got back from the public and private surface owners, and they'll start building the planning document. Once they feel that they have a good grasp on that, we'll have a draft planning document which will release to the public, and it will initiate our 30-day comment period. Once the sale notice is complete, it's released to the public 90 days prior to the sale, and it'll be a list of all our final parcels that'll be available day of sale, along with all appropriate stipulations attached to each parcel.
Oil and gas lease sales are generally held at the BLM Colorado State Office in Lakewood and are open to the public. Once the sale is complete, a list of the sale results is posted on our website. Leases are granted to the highest bidder and start at $2 per acre. Lessees are also required to pay yearly rental fees of $1.50 per acre. All of the money collected from oil and gas leasing is split between the U.S. Treasury and the state of Colorado. After the leases are granted and the lessee is ready to begin development, he or she must submit an application for a permit to drill. For more information about leasing in Colorado, please visit us online at www.blm.gov/CO.